Hello, I'm David Jones, and I thought we'd take a look at natural gas. Haven't looked at it for a while. We've looked at it in the live streams now and again, but I thought let's do an update because we've seen a really half decent rally and a bit more for natural gas in recent weeks. So just have a quick recap, quick look at the charts to see where we are. Natural gas, of course, peaked last summer up around the $10 mark. Then we saw sentiment change. We saw the market sell off fairly consistently, and eventually this year we saw it drop to a 2.5 year plus low, briefly below $2. But like I say, over the last few weeks or so, we've seen a sustainable rally. We've seen this rally last longer than a lot of rallies in natural gas. So I thought, well, let's take a look at it in a bit more detail. So as usual in this video, I'll talk about some of the things driving the price of natural gas. We'll jump on the charts, and I'm going to do a trade. I think there's an interesting trade up at these levels. So that's what we're going to do. Before we get into all of that, just very briefly, talk about some of the other stuff I do. I run a trading course that's been running for a few years now, covering short and medium term trading. Part of the course is a WhatsApp group that I update every day with stuff I'm looking at. And I've opened this up in the last couple of months to people who haven't done the course. So if you'd like to join the WhatsApp group, and like I say, I talk about trades I've got running, markets I'm watching during the day, a chart of the day type of thing. So I do that every morning UK time. If you'd like to join it and try it for a month, you can get 20% off the first month by using the code YouTube on the website, which is davidjonestrading.co.uk. You need to go to the subscribe part of the website, but I'll put the link in the description down below. And if you use that code, you get 20% off the first month to try it out and see what you think. Any questions, let me know. You can get in touch via the website, leave a comment on YouTube, all the usual stuff. Oh, and also I send out a newsletter every weekend. That's free of charge. Again, if you go to the website on the homepage, there should be a box to put your email address in with a newsletter I send out usually every Sunday. Okay, let's get into it. Let's take a look at natural gas in a bit more detail. So again, we know it peaked last summer, briefly above $10 in last summer. Fantastic run up into the summer, and almost equally a fantastic run down. You know, we saw this really quite vicious sell-off at times for natural gas. We saw it drop below $2 briefly in April and May of this year. That was the lowest the market had been since August 2020. So we had 2.5 year plus lows for natural gas this year. And then we've had this recovery. We've had a few recoveries in recent months, and been good trading opportunities in both directions. But the latest one has taken the price of natural gas to its best levels in almost 4 months. So it's been a pretty sizable recovery. But has it gone too far? That's what we're going to take a look at in a second when we look at the charts. We saw strength at the beginning of this week, of course, as we had that political uncertainty in Russia over the weekend to do with the Wagner group. That so far seems to have come to nothing, seems to have been resolved, although some analysts do think because of the ongoing uncertainty to do with Russia, there's still a risk premium in natural gas. Let's see how it works out. We did see it gap higher at the beginning of the week. Of course, with a market like natural gas, weather plays its part. We're experiencing and expecting hotter than usual temperatures in both Europe and the USA, which would mean increased demand for air conditioning, some of which is powered by natural gas, obviously. The question is, though, okay, we're expecting that. Is it already in the price? Let's see. But with a rally of more than 30% this month, so far this month, has the price actually gone too far? And the sensible opportunity in natural gas is to go short. Who knows? I know what I think, but let's jump onto the charts, take a look at it in a bit more detail, and set the trade in natural gas up. So let's take a look at natural gas. Let's do a quick history lesson first. And we saw this massive run up, really that started, I suppose, we could go back as far as June 2020, when natural gas was down around $1.50. We had a run into October 2020, where it more than doubled. Then we had a run that started April 21 and went up to October 2021. Then, of course, in 2022, we had the addition of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, fueling energy prices, and we saw the move in natural gas eventually up to $10 in August of 2022. Now, if we zoom in, the move since then has been somewhat different. We've seen, some fairly sustained sell-offs for natural gas. I suppose if we were going to pick up on the trend line, then finally over the last couple of weeks, we've seen this price of natural gas break out of the downtrend. I mean, there comes a point, of course, where the market's fallen so far that the price and the trend line are bound to catch up with each other. But saying that, if we do zoom in, you can see this is definitely one of the better rallies we've seen in natural gas over the last few months. We've seen the market hit a low beginning of June around 203 and has traded recently this week briefly above 280. So we have seen a sizable move in natural gas during June. I suppose if you were looking at things like patterns, you might say there's been something of a double bottom going on, or a triple bottom, depending on how many bottoms you're going to count here. So we have seen a good move in natural gas. So would I buy in here? The quick answer is no. We're going to do a trade in a second, but even though I think we may well have seen an important base for natural gas over the last couple of months from around 190 to 2, I wonder if in the short term it's gone too far. So for me, yes, I think perhaps it would be too bearish to expect 180 to be broken again for natural gas, but I wonder up at these levels, has it gone far enough? Taking a look at the RSI down here, we've got what's known as bearish divergence. The market's pushed to a high, the RSI's made a high, the market's pushed higher still. Beginning of this week, the RSI is making a lower high. So this is a suggestion that perhaps the rally has gone too far. If I flip this over to an hourly chart, actually I'm going to make it 4 hours because the argument is still the same. It's really this old high up here from, when was that? March of last year. We saw the market rally up near $3 and then, run out of steam and lose about, 30% over the course of the next 6 weeks or so. I just wonder if the rally in natural gas has gone a bit too far up at these levels, and we'll see the market getting a bit nervous. Again, ahead of 3, we had the gap higher at the beginning of the week on the situation in Russia over the weekend. So whilst I'd happily be a buyer of a big dip from here, perhaps down to 240, I wonder if it's gone too far. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sell short. I'm going to take the view the price of gas has gone too far and look to profit from a slide. Let's set that up. So let's do that. So here's the account. For those of you who watch the live streams, you'll be familiar with this account. This is the account I use when I do the YouTube stuff, just to show some principles and put some trades on. Real money account. The last trade we did in the live stream a week last Friday, we went short NIO, the electric car company. That trades in here. So went short at 984. They're currently at 840. So that trade's doing okay. There's a General Electric trade in there. There's a Pioneer Natural Resources that's underwater. Closed some trades, obviously. Snowflake, that trade did well. The old natural gas trade, I think it was long natural gas, came out of that. And a few other bits and pieces, Tesla in there as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is take a look at this natural gas July contract. And I just want to sell short, really. So I'm going to set that up. I'm going to put a stop up above 3. Let's go 3.1 for a stop. Let's set the trade up. So I'm pretty much ready to go. That's where natural gas is trading now. 274 to sell, 276 to buy. I'm going to sell. I'm going to open the position by selling short. I'm going to put a stop loss at 3.1. So if the market breaks through 3, my idea for being short is wrong. My risk on this trade is $355 if I get stopped out. I'm trading one contract. That's it. Let's place the trade. There we go. So I'm short. I'm in the trades. So I've gone short at 274.5. And I just think that that perhaps the rally's gone too far, and we'll see this market a little bit nervous ahead of 3. From a more longer term point of view, if we flick it back to the daily charts, absolutely, if we did see a big sell-off from here back to the low 2s, I think it's another interesting buy. But for me, it really needs to clear 3 to suggest that we have seen an important base. So never a dull moment in the natural gas market. Good rally during June. Perhaps it's gone too far. I'll do another video in a couple of weeks and we'll see where it's trading then. And of course, I'll do an update on the live streams as well. That's it for this update in natural gas. We'll take a look at it again in Friday's live stream. I normally run those every Friday. If you're subscribed with the notifications thing switched on in YouTube, you get notified when it goes live. It goes live 2:30 UK time in the afternoon, so just as US stock markets are opening. Don't forget that offer on the WhatsApp group. If you'd like to join, go to the website, use the code YouTube, go to the subscribe section of the website, and you can sign up for that. Any questions, drop me a line. But for now, for natural gas, we'll leave things there. So until the next time, good luck with your trading.